Hello and welcome to another segment of Design Make Play Show. My name is Arian, I'm the designer at ZenMaker Lab, and today we're gonna learn how to make a bouncing ball animation using Pixil Art. So without further ado, let's get started. So last week we taught how to do movement. We learned about how we create really simple animation, that moving snake. We learned what is frame per second. And today we're gonna learn 2 principles out of 12 principles of animation. Number 1 is squash and stretch. What is squash and stretch? So there's a technique in animation that when things going really fast, they stretch, and when things, for example, a bouncing ball hit the ground, it squashes. So number 2 is ease in and ease out. So what is the meaning of ease in and ease out? When my friend threw the ball at me, I saw that the ball started a bit slow and get faster when it's going towards the ground, and it gets slow when it's bouncing up. So that's how the movement's gonna be. Animators usually make sound when they're animating stuff. So for example, if I want to make a sound of the bouncing ball, I'm gonna say like boom, boom, boom. That's how I make the sound of the bouncing ball. So this way I know that how the movement gonna be, even with the sound. So that's a technique usually animators use. Don't get them wrong, they're not weird. They're actually doing the right thing. So have your computer ready. We're gonna go on the program that we did last week, Pixil Art, and we're gonna start doing the bouncing ball animation. So now I'm gonna create the first frame. So I'm gonna create a ball falling from the sky. So let's just take the pencil tool. I change the thickness, and then now I'm just gonna draw the ball being up in the sky. There we go. Next thing I'm gonna do, I'm gonna create the second frame. So these are all my frames, right? Frame per second. What does that mean? How many frames do we have in each second? So I'm gonna move the second frame tiny bit to the down. As you guys can see, as I explained last time, this is onion layer, right? What we can see the previous layer. Why did I move it so not much? Because I'm doing the ease in and ease out rule. So I have to be really close in the first few frames. Just gonna copy again and then move it, not much again, just tiny bit. And gradually I'm gonna add to the speed of my ball. So when the frames are really close together, they're going smoother and slower. When we have the ball go really further down, while it's hitting the ground, that makes it going faster. So I'm just gonna go one more frame, slow, and then I'm gonna copy frame again and then go fast now. So imagine this is our ground, it's gonna hit the ground. So always look at your animation, go back to it and see how it's looking. So I think I have an extra frame in here. I'm just gonna delete it. Also, I wanna follow the rule of having a little curve. There we go. There we go. When it's hitting the ground, what's gonna happen is now my ball gonna be squashed, right? So I'm gonna add frame. Now I'm gonna squash my ball when it's hitting the ground. So let's just draw a ball. It's hitting the ground like that and squash it. So one of the really important things using squash and stretch is don't overuse it, because people should feel it, not really see it. The second thing is keep the volume always at the same. So when your ball is like this big, the squash not gonna be that big. So you have to keep the volume always the same. So I'm gonna just continue on. Let's see how it's looking. Yeah, I'm happy. My ball is squashing really nice, and now it should bounce back up. So what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna add frame. Why I'm adding frame? Because I'm drawing a new shape of the ball. So I'm just gonna bounce it up. It's gonna go up. Like that. And then I'm gonna go over it again. There we go. Lovely. And then what's gonna happen next is I'm gonna just add more frame. I'm gonna copy frame actually. So I'm just gonna move my ball going up again. So the second time the ball hitting the ground, like going up when it's hitting the ground, it's not gonna go that high because our balls. So I'm gonna just copy frame again, go up. Oh my God. Sorry, I'm just gonna go up, use the move tool, move it up. I'm gonna make the curve, copy frame again. Move it. Copy frame, move it to this side. Ease in and ease out, right? In the while it's going the curve, it's gonna really going slow. So there we go. Just gonna have all my frames really close to each other. And now what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna just make it faster. So it's gonna go down. And then it's gonna hit the ground now. So I'm gonna copy frame, move my ball down, and then add frame, and then I'm gonna squash the ball again. Again, I'm gonna draw it. Make sure you keep the volume the same. Make sure you follow the rule of the ease in and ease out. And then it's gonna bounce out of the shot. So I'm just gonna do add frame. It's gonna go out of the screen like that. So I'm gonna keep the volume all the same. A little bit higher for sure. Always go back to your animation and see how the stuff is looking. And it's going out. So I'm gonna add frame, and then the next shot, actually copy frame, and then I'm gonna have my ball going out of the shot. There we go. So that's how you do the bouncing ball. So you can go back to your animation and paint it, do whatever you want. Like I'm just gonna go and like add some details to it. That's a really cool thing you can do because you have the fundamentals. You have the fundamentals of the animation. Now you have the movement of your bouncing ball. Now you can add some details to it. So you can paint it out. You can go and put some depth to it. And these are the stuff that you can do. So with this technique, you can create a really nice animation. There we go. Lovely. So creating bouncing ball is one of the main things that any animator is gonna do. So when you even go in a higher level in animation, when you want to go and work for some industries, animation industries, actually take a look at how good your bouncing ball is. Hopefully you guys enjoyed the process of making a bouncing ball. My name is Arian. I'm the designer at DesignMakePlay. Have a good day and take care.